Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about one topic, that is city creation. The most dangerous topic basically. In that basically lots of software company also comes. So one of the person told that basically the city creation basically, in city creation the software creation basically is one small creation basically, right? But nowadays basically the city has converted into human needs basically, that is equal to vegetable basically. So that is totally software city only basically, mostly basically 90 percentage it might be software city, but few city basically has converted from normal city to software city basically. That basically how they might have done, because lots of things basically have to change basically. Glacier has to change, the satellite group basically need to mapping their planets area, universe area. So lots of things basically are changed basically. So that type of thing basically are also basically done basically. If it's converted, that means basically universe group has basically given the approval. And after creation basically lots of projects has done, and there is no big earthquake also came. That means basically the universe group has given the approval that basically your software company, your city creation is perfectly created. If it's not, then basically the earthquake comes basically. So lots of natural basically disaster are basically also there basically. So one of the person told that basically like this also basically the creation happens. Like this also basically the creation happens. So one of the person told that basically, right? Like this also basically the creation happens. So Microsoft equal to Microsoft Lava, SAP equal to SAP Lava, Java equal to Java Lava, PHP equal to PHP Lava, Python equal to Python Lava, Oracle equal to Oracle Lava, Pascal equal to Pascal Lava, COBOL equal to COBOL Lava, C++ equal to C++ Lava, C equal to C Lava, others, that is other technologies basically equal to other technologies Lava basically. Microsoft equal to 35 words given. They can create the 35 cities, or basically they can use the 35 cities. That depends upon the Microsoft budget basically, and the Microsoft confidence basically. If they see that basically we can create the entire city, then they create. But it's very dangerous basically. Very dangerous to create one city basically. But without universe and satellite approval, your city is basically never going to complete basically. In that basically lots of people also help you basically, that are the government basically. Why government basically are created basically? Why government basically is created? For this purpose only basically. Government have full power basically. Government have full power basically, but they are not supposed to misuse their stuff basically. For example, Sunil R Nair is not getting job, so they are not supposed to do that basically. अभी उसको तो और अभी कुछ करेंगे हम basically, उसको मिले ही ना. So that type of thing basically is not do. So that type of people also basically are there basically, who say that basically we do like this or like this also. So that is basically their mentality basically. So Microsoft equal to Microsoft Lava, Microsoft Lava equal to Microsoft Sand, Microsoft Sand equal to created from 35 words basically, and 35 cities and 35 stories. Here the main thing is 35 stories basically, which is basically given by the which group? Bollywood group basically. So one of the person told that basically Microsoft story basically is created by whom basically. So one of the person told that Microsoft story basically it's a big story basically. So one person basically can't create, because in Microsoft basically more than 5 to 6 lakh basically employees basically are there. So their stories are also there na basically. It's not like that basically only owner story basically comes into the picture. There are lots of employees basically who are basically working for Microsoft since 30 years basically. So their story basically are there. Temporary employee stories basically are who basically leaves Microsoft just within few time, and then basically they start their own institute. That story basically is there because they have joined Microsoft, then basically they got the achievement. So their story also gets merged here. So there are lots of things basically. It's not like that basically everything basically happens day or night basically. So like this basically stuffs basically are there. So one of the person told that basically that Microsoft basically story, Microsoft sand, everything basically is connected with the each other. SAP story. SAP story equals to SAP employee story basically, and SAP company's owner basically story, and the SAP entire story basically which generates in the if SAP basically is having the stock exchange, then basically the its name basically. So SAP story generates inside the stock exchange basically. Microsoft basically if having the stock in the USA stock exchange, that is New York, then its story basically is generated there only basically. So Microsoft has a story basically, it should be like that basically, it should be safe basically, because there what happens actually, one of the person told that in share bazaar में क्या होता है यार basically, share bazaar equal to one story basically. If I say that basically BSC basically or New York Stock Exchange, BSC New York Stock Exchange, then all stock exchange will there. This all are equal to what? Stories. This all are stories basically. There basically the process. BSC itself is one story basically, which is in Dalal Street basically. That is in Mumbai basically. So there basically stories basically get generated basically. Their story basically gets generated. In that basically 12 lakh crore dollar basically is there now basically amount. So that amount is also there. So that's very dangerous basically. So one of the person told that basically Microsoft equal to what? Microsoft equal to what? Microsoft equal to Microsoft employee basically. Without employee basically Microsoft is going to run? No, without employee basically Microsoft is not going to run basically. So Microsoft equal to Microsoft employee story and Microsoft owner story and Microsoft relationship story basically, which get manipulation in basically the New York Stock Exchange basically, with the other stories, with the other groups basically, you can say. So one of the person told that basically before the stock exchange basically the data manipulations, the set of manual process happens first basically with the company or groups and each and every groups basically. Then basically the stock basically manipulation happens basically. That type of stuff also people basically say that. So like this you can just imagine basically. So here basically again back to got 35 words basically from the Oxford University. Oxford University told that basically we are giving you 35 words. Create 35 words, whatever thing you want to create. If you want to create, if you can create this, then create this also. They created this also. Basically, you can just imagine basically. From birth 1 to first birth 2. And this is what first birth 3150 birth, that basically we have already discussed. So you can just imagine basically. And this basically we have already, this is the most dangerous topic basically. This is the most dangerous topic, and mostly basically if universe basically my group might have trusted and basically they have not checked, then basically in future basically it might create lots of problem in universe basically. But universe group basically never trust the people. They always checks the stuff, then only basically they creates everything basically. So like this basically the earth planet basically has also done the certain level of stuff basically, you can say. And they basically know that basically they have created everything like this only basically. And they have the data of gender also basically, that is the percentage calculation in the medicine basically. But exact data